Twitch must have updated because below staging something that says give staging feedback.
2064 AD.
Maybe?
The world thrives on a constant flow of
but please don't. I know it's gonna be very bad feedback.
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into
okay, I may have accidentally said an ad. I don't know what's happening.
And connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax.
I don't know if you're back yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and type this.
Can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brain.
You put that button right under the title, Kurjigger.
Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny.
Okay, you're back now. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to. If it makes you feel any better, it didn't even save my changes when I changed the time. Mean to Turing. Mean face. Smiley face. I don't know what read-only memories integral is. I've never seen that before. Oh my gosh. It has like a timer now. I can't click on it anymore. Not that I want to. I wish I could just completely disable ads. If I had that power, I would. But sadly, I can only turn ads off for subscribers.
Neo San Francisco.
Alright, I think I'm ready. I've got my chat set up.
The world thrives.
You felt so bad the last time. I know. I feel bad being mean to Turing as well.
And genetic modification allow the repair.
This hurts my eyebrows. I don't think you can skip it either. At least not on the PlayStation. Saves. Load. Okay. I think this was the one. We'll find out in just a sec. No, it's not the right one. Oh hey, it's Tomcat. Saves. Okay, that scared the hell out of me. I thought I was saving over the one that I knew was the right one. Oh, the music's different too. Oh, I should have looked to see if this poster was different. Oh well. Alright, we got our passport.
The passports are just as advertised. Now we need to find a car. Jess is right over there, perhaps she may know someone who can lend a hand.
I like the number of holes I already have.
Something about you does seem to rub her the wrong way. But have no fear, I'll protect you from the mean lady.
Well, hello, good evening. How are you doing? Now that the ads are done playing. Talk to her.
You know, I was just thinking tonight couldn't possibly get worse. Go ahead and spit it out so I can tell you no and move on with my evening.
We need access to an untraceable car. An informant of ours needs to get out of the city without attracting the attention of Parallax, and is offering valuable information to us in exchange.
Oh, well then it's double no. I'm not sure why you think just because I defend a few folks in the rougher parts of the city that I would have that kind of connection. And even if one of my clients did run a carjacking business, it's not like society is clamoring to give hybrids legal jobs. Regardless, I'm not going to be an accessory to a felony, or let one of my clients be either. My friends aren't a bunch of thieves you can recruit, but that's a nice assumption to make. Just wonderful.
You're welcome. We had some pancakes. Pancakes for dinner. Let's see, is there any possible way you could give us any kind of lead? You spend all of your time at the bar doing nothing anyway.
And you annoy people all day. I fail to see how that pays rent. Clearly, I'm only working when you're there to observe me. It's not like lawyers have private meetings with their clients or anything. You never see anyone's work unless it directly benefits and focuses exclusively on you, huh?
Perhaps that wasn't the best way to word things, but this is important.
Not to me, it isn't. I'm busy crushing the geniarchy, if you don't mind. If you want petty criminal shit, go ask Majid. There are rumors he may have been involved in some shady stuff way back in the day.
I'm not sure he would appreciate you saying that, but okay. Listen, cat lady, do what we want or Stygian will zap you.
That's the best you'll get from me. I wear the white hat. Oh, and while you're at the bar, get me another drink.
I wear the white hat? I've never heard that saying before.
Bye-bye.
I'm not getting you a drink.
Well, that went about how we expected, didn't it? At least we walked away with all of our limbs still attached. Maybe Majid will offer us some gentler conversation.
I like her leg warmers. Being from the 80s, I always wanted to wear leg warmers. And by the time I was old enough to decide what I wear, they weren't in fashion anymore. I'm not sure you ever could buy them in Texas because it doesn't get cold enough to need leg warmers. Talk.
Hey friends, what can we get for you?
We were hoping you could give us a little information.
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
I want... just give me air.
Coming right up. I'll ask Gus if I don't know what it is.
It's air.
It's better with the weird kind of stuff people ask for these days. Some of these
Get her a
cocktails
drink
make
and throw it in her
me
face.
spa day.
Oh,
This one is...
shot of oxygen. Yay! Just put it on over your nose and mouth and breathe.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Here you go.
I wonder what she would do if we gave her that. It's just an empty glass.
So, what did you need help with?
We've run into a roadblock in our search for Hayden.
Word on the street is that he's gone missing, which I'm sure you already know. What can I do?
Yes. An informant of ours needs secure transportation out of the city, but we don't have any contacts who would be able to get us an untraceable car. Jess mentioned that you used to engage in certain extra-legal activities. Perhaps you could point us towards someone who could help?
He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Right. Sorry, friends. I left that life behind a long time ago. Don't really keep in touch with that crew anymore.
Ah, of course. Completely understandable. Sorry to bother you then.
Well, no harm in asking, right? My reputation precedes me.
Don't let it go to your head.
Gus, I need to go to the back and gather up stuff to restock for the rush later on. Mind manning the bar for me?
Take your time. I think I can keep things under control.
Thanks. Love you, hun.
Well, that leaves us at a dead end. Any ideas on how we should proceed? Some nose-to-the-ground journalist techniques for finding leads?
We could ask Tomcat. Maybe there's another way out. We could just give Vincent what we've got and twist his arm for the rest.
Mr. Mensa did seem very desperate to get out of Neo-SF. Without the car, Parallax would have an easier time finding him long-term, but in the short term, I doubt it would make or break his escape. Still, he was a friend to Hayden, or at least a known colleague. I can't argue with the pragmatic possibilities, but it would be sad to take advantage of someone Hayden likely respected a great deal. I've already lost enough things that I care about. I'd rather not throw away a measure of compassion.
Well,
What about going through Jess's friends directly? Maybe we could find an old, manually driven car. Let's stuff Vince in a trunk and make it look like a kidnapping.
Now you're just messing with me. This isn't an early century action flick, and that idea is ridiculous. There's no way Mr. Mensa would agree to ride in a trunk with his wife, no less, all the way out of the city. But perhaps we could find a way to sneak them both onto a commercial truck, and they can just ride it out in the trailer.
Just thinking of him crammed in there with his wife.
We'd have to find a way to defeat the automated inventory control system, though.
I'm sure if they were teenagers, they'd have no problem with it.
That's a whole different can of worms, as the saying goes.
Turing never wants to have fun, I know.
No. Okay, the two of you are killing me here. Look, don't tell Majid about this. But, here.
A carjacking device.
What is this, Gus?
It's an automated vehicle maintenance scanner with a few less than standard upgrades. When you circumvent its security codes, you can use it to scan a car's installed firmware and replace it with a new set that will spoof its presence on the city's network. That's the gist of it, but we don't have time to get into any specifics. You need to get the hell out of here with that before Majid gets back.
Why the urgency?
Look, Majid has done a lot to turn his life around, to turn my life around. I really respect that about him, and it's part of why I fell in love with him. He did what I was never able to. That's how we met, you know? That old rough and tumble life we both led. But when Stardust struggled and needed money fast, I had to get back in the game to keep us afloat for a few years. I told him it was all angel loans, donations from patrons, lots of things. He'd be heartbroken if he found out I'm still in the game. I had to do whatever I could to keep our new life, even if only one of us is really living it.
Oh, Gus.
I may as well give this thing to someone who wants to use it for good, too.
I can't tell you how much we appreciate this, Gus. We might finally be on our way to solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, you didn't get it from me, okay?
I'm downloading a car.
Just get out of here and get on with your little Grand Theft Auto. And let me know how it goes, okay?
Of course.
Alright, we got what we need. Oh no, I didn't inhale the air.
We're cooking with gas, as the colloquialism goes.
Steve. I always forget that
I'm
our name
seeking
is
mesh for instructions on how to use this
Steve.
device as we speak. Let's go look for some likely candidates. I should be ready by then.
Oops.
Welcome to.
I wanted my air drink, and I wanted to see how Jess would react to the air drink. Is she gone? Okay, she's still there.
Hey, friends.
I would like a drink, please.
What are you having?
It's from Fluffy Dream. Modest Connie. Gut Punch.
Coming right up. He's better with a weird...
Turing wants to give the drink recipes.
This one is...
Does that sound good? Here you go.
I'm gonna save it because it might leave a good impression that we are giving her a drink. And I don't want to give a good impression. Oh, drink. Steal a purple car. Unfortunately, we don't get to choose. It's just whichever car is the last one that we try. And I think they all look the same. Wait, does she have a different portrait? Okay, no. I thought her portrait was different.
Huh. Actually did it, huh?
Okay, no.
Well, you scored a point. You've got more important things to be doing.
Nah, let's not do that. I will drink it or breathe it myself. Let's look at it. A shot of oxygen to bring yourself up. Okay, that's all it says. Drink! That hit the spot. Evidently there's drunken escapades or something. But I haven't been able to do that. I guess they're all red. This thing. And this thing.
Oh, rats! This car has the wrong firmware installed. We won't be able to install our new firmware over top of it. We'll have to check another car.
Map, not menu. Alright, where all can we see cars? Maybe? Yeah, I think there's one here. Oh, this one is actually purple. Let's do this one last then. I thought they were all the same color. Oh, one of these is purple too. Have we even been here yet? I don't think so.
Oh no! How did the alarm get set off? Did I do something wrong?
You touched it!
Let's get out of here before someone contacts the authorities. This car has old enough firmware, but its maintenance system is screaming a half-dozen critical alerts. I'm not sure this vehicle is in good enough shape to go anywhere very far. We'll have to look for one in better condition.
And I think that's the last one. Let me just try here just in case. Okay. It'd suck if we could steal her car. Alright, hopefully this was the last one.
Success!
Yes!
This vehicle has the appropriate firmware version. Someone has been neglecting their regularly scheduled updates. Give me a moment to get everything installed. There.
There's like people everywhere.
There are some other options here I can fool around with. Ah, interesting. I can put in preset destination plans for a future date. Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car to return to this spot in a week? That's more than enough time for Mr. Mensa to get away. Now we aren't really stealing the car.
He'll be like sleeping in the car in Mexico and it returns back here. Oops.
More like borrowing without asking.
What are you, a kid? Let's just steal the car already.
I keep forgetting about your questionable moral compass.
Stupid.
The car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park, and we can show Mr. Mensa where it is when we meet him. There, everything should be set up now. Mr. Mensa is waiting for us at Golden Gate Park.
What are we waiting for?
Everything he requested, so we should head back there directly.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh.
did you manage to get everything?
We did. Here you go, Vincent.
You took my passports.
Everything seems to be in order. Here. This disk has all of Hayden's research notes, data collation algorithms, and probably lots on your creation, Turing. It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon, until she added an amendment while you were out. Frankly, it's no skin off my back. Here.
A Parallax badge.
It's my Parallax employee badge. It should allow you access to their networks in case there's anything I've missed. You'll want to use that sooner rather than later. I'm not wasting any time leaving, and Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. There's no way Hayden's clearance still works. And with that, I'm going to get hell out of this country. The credit should tide me over until the heat dies down and I liquefy my shares through some relays.
What about the big project that you mentioned earlier?
I suppose I owe you that much. Buckle up. This could get heavy. Parallax is about to launch a new service they're calling Big Blue. At least, that's the project name. Who knows what the marketing guys will come up with for the public.
You haven't named the project yet?
They're not even announcing the launch. This shit is dead quiet. Let me explain why. It's a distributed intelligence. Like, okay, in every way that Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Big Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and sterile.
Ham-fisted? That sounds awesome.
They didn't pull Hayden into the project. He's smart, but he's immune to corporate politics. As a result, Big Blue is far less elegant than anything Hayden would make. It lacks his artistry, and it's downright terrifying. It squats on the mesh like a spider and uses the spare processing power and memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing. It doesn't have much personality, but it's very smart. Big Blue is going to be embedded directly into the network and then self-modified to apply even more efficient algorithms as it develops them in machine time. Look, if you access every ROM, then you have access to every human and every bit of their own personal data associated with them.
So Facebook, basically. Why would Parallax be worried about getting... worried enough to get rid of Hayden? How did Parallax know about Turing? How will Big Blue impact Parallax's business? Thanks.
Hey, no problem.
We don't need to know more.
This cutthroat corporate bullshit in several lifetimes. We haven't talked much, but I do believe you can find Hayden. I hope his research notes help you out. Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot.
Called Turing she.
Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's previous experiment, Grace. She was very insistent on things like that.
I've been meaning to ask Turing, since you asked me, how would you like to be addressed?
Well, honestly, I don't think I've made my mind up yet. I'm still a very new being. I'm not even positive that gender as a human concept can be applied identically to machine, but I do enjoy the idea in abstract. I will continue to consider how I wish to be referred to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what you feel. If I had to make a choice, perhaps they is most appropriate. Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also consistently used. Perhaps it's because I'm blue?
Oh my god. I'm listening to a machine postulate on how it wants to be referred to. Like us. What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck. To both of you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mensa.
Have fun in Mexico, or Canada. Adios.
I need a few minutes.
Alright, that's enough. Let's go. We need to get moving.
You're right, we do. We have other pressing avenues of inquiry to make. Let's move on.
Oof. Let's go. This game just... Oh, okay. I thought these two events were considered a single chapter. I guess it starts a new chapter for the second event. outer sunset.
Okay, let's check out what is going on at KCOB now.
Go!
Here we are. The COS.io Corporation office building. It looks like most of the businesses on this block are a part of the same corporate coalition under COS.io.
Is that important?
Well, perhaps. At the very least, it means it's unlikely they're the ones interfering with Augmented Eye's articles. Not impossible, but unlikely.
It says you. I'm sorry, Turing.
The meshnet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirmed she's expecting us. All we have to do now is head up and talk to her.
That's what I'm trying to
No
do.
shenanigans this time.
You can't tell me what to do. You didn't know people still hung up motivational posters unironically. The text changes every few seconds. Your only limits are the ones you give yourself. This motivational poster looks like Sephiroth. Whoops. Here, I want to pour my milk all over the desk. The nasty milk has worn down the bottom of the carton so much it's hard to balance it upright anymore. Nasty! Okay, talk to Zen.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye.
Hello.
You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up.
Hi.
Have a seat. Would you like a drink?
There's no chairs in here. I'll sit on your cute little Kirby bot. Thanks, but no thanks.
Right to business then. I can respect that. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this. Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options.
I don't understand why people bring up the fact I'm a journalist. I'm not doing this for a piece. I'm just doing it for a friend. Or a little annoying robot. I'm doing it as a person.
Chances are I have another corporation scoping out my territory. If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So if I'm damned either way, I'd rather it be by the media. At least then we can fight back on a familiar battlefield. Now, what do you know about our problem here?
Someone is tampering with your articles on the mesh.
That's the long and short of it. My network admin is pulling their hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network. The versions on our servers are still the originals, but at some points after they hit the mesh, they get changed. I'm hoping that you can do some digging, maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on who might be doing it. And if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help.
What kinds of changes? Why are you so sure it's not an inside job? Do you have any idea where I should start looking?
Not really. my admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net. Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among wolves, so their control over the mesh network provisions is strangling. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. Doubtful they need to. I'm sure you'll be a good journo and bring me back the right answer.
I guess we have to do all of these options. What kinds of changes are being made?
Mostly little things. Word choice, tone of the writing, things that make the writer appear more or less extreme on a topic. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making our articles more positive on new technologies coming out, and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution. That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the Human Revolution protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out the fires. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights with the Human Revolution if I don't have to.
Why are you so sure it's not an inside job?
I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else. They told me that they tore out all of the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to even begin to claim to understand. I pay them big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig up something that tells me otherwise.
Okay, that's a start.
I know tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal start, but it's the best we can do with the info we have. Anything else I can tell you, off the record? If you want it on the record, it'll cost you your firstborn and a really good cigar.
Can you think of any reason why you're being targeted? Know if anyone else has articles being manipulated?
Alright, look. I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets out, I'd have to answer some really hard questions. So, you didn't hear this from me. You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova. That's all I'll say. And remember, you take a bite out of him with my name as your defense, I drop you fast.
You think of any reason why you're being targeted?
Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055. Almost 10 years ago now. We focus on more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings, on top of major news. We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it. They invested in the right places and it paid off. COS-IO Corp is happy to have us here in the OSF. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us. Unless they're just trying to embroil us in a mudslinging match with the Human Revolution, and there are much more direct ways of making that happen.
What's the real reason you're bringing in outside help? Your own journalist should be able to handle digging up some dirt on a hacker.
What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? Because I'd really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, right? My journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews, implant releases, not taking too many stims so they remember what they did at raves for the after-party reports. This needs an investigative journalist with serious contacts, not tech personalities. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people. Now, does that cover it? I'd like to remove my nose from your ass.
That's it for now. I'll get back to you if I have more questions.
No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you. Plausible deniability and all that. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with me not even secondhand, but third hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get with my person. Don't come here directly. Now, I'd show you the door, but you know the way. And this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out. Good luck, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that was more confrontational than I'd have expected, considering she was the one needing help. Is it always like this?
Stupid. She knows the game, but we didn't walk away with nothing. People don't usually give away much. Secrets are expensive. Without lies, there wouldn't be much to write about.
Very true. I will admit that I am interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax. If all of this really is due to somebody manipulating the mesh net on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all. That said, I will take care not to get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path. Anyway, seems like our next step is... What the...
Oh shit.
What the... That's in!
What the hell happened? Oh no, we need a helper. Well, that's one way to get plausible deniability.
You must think you're so funny.
I do.
You may be dead, and all you care about is a punchline.
Yes.
I'll remember that when you get thrown from a window and die. Ha ha!
She did. Yes. She's dead.
Perhaps you are cold and dead inside, but the rest of us still have hearts. So, if you're satisfied, let's head back up to her office.
Dang, Turing is angry.
Maybe we can find out what happened.
Alright, let's go.
It looks like the desk has been cleared off. Let's take a look around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence. The police will be here soon. Even a ROM like that doesn't deserve an end like this. Her personal computer is not password protected at the moment. Give me a moment to look through her files. Best to keep your fingerprints off of the keyboard. Most of this isn't very interesting. Committee reports, financials, article submissions. Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor Charlie Nova stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since the human revolution has been in town, He's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect, considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zinn seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the Augmented Eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to.
Can I leave?
We can't leave without finding a clue.
Ah.
Let's continue looking around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence.
Was her personal computer not enough?
My thermal sensors only detect a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window. Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine Zinn jumped from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help. But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots.
You're saying no one else was in here?
It doesn't look like it. We should go. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on the scene.
Son of a... I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just won't stay out of trouble no matter what I say, will you?
Lay off, will you? You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't drag you in for questioning right now.
I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had an appointment with Zinn to discuss a possible lead and found her office in this state of disrepair.
Of course you did. Damn it. Fine, fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy scraping bodies off the pavement. You hear me?
Certainly, Detective Rivers. I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately, and we can speak further at a later time.
Yeah, whatever. Get moving.
Goodbye. Stop yelling at Stygian. Why did you lie to Lexi? I didn't think she would buy it. She wouldn't have from me.
It doesn't matter anyway. Detective Rivers has every bit of information that Zinn gave us on that computer. Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours is halted if we're stuck giving answers she can just as well get from a hard drive. Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zinn out of that window could be after the same thing we are, except to silence the story rather than to get it out? We have little time for fooling about and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. I have highlighted the main Neo SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Let's head off to this place. TMI Entertainment.
I hope some pity for me still remains, considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start. I suppose we should just ask the receptionist to point us to somebody who can answer our questions.
Okay. Do you know anything about CMI Entertainment? What do you know about Charlie Nova? Sounds like a plan. Let's save. Jump! Alright. What do you know?
Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment?
No, but we need to talk to who's in charge. We need to speak with Charlie Nova. I have a story we're about to break and wanted to offer TMI the opportunity to comment.
I really can't let you in without an appointment. I can maybe pencil you in for next Wednesday?
We don't have time for this. People's lives are on the line here, and all you care about is an appointment?
Calm down. Yeah, they're right.
Oh, look, if it's that important, I can buzz you through to sympathy. But she isn't going to be very happy about being bothered off schedule, so don't get your hopes up. And, try not to make her too mad. I'll be the one dealing with the fallout.
Let's piss her off.
Of course. I apologize. We will be as tactful as possible, I assure you.
Okay, she's over on the other side of the room. Head straight there, because she doesn't like it when people bother the talent.
I'm gonna talk to every person on the way there. What's up? Have you been tuning into the show? Who's this?
Hey, you, over here, now. What are you doing bothering my people? I thought you told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over her eyes. At least she makes a decent cup of coffee.
Are you sympathy? Nina said we should speak to you.
Yes, I am. And if you don't mind, I keep the show running here, so I'll be brief. What are you doing in my building?
We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your personalities, Charlie Nova. Someone has been manipulating his articles on the meshnet and turning them into scathing attacks against the human revolution. We are trying to track the culprit, and we need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down further leads.
You let your ROM do all the talking for you? Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat rave about.
Turing's getting mean like stupid.
Of course I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me. Super hacker twists meshnet news for personal political vendetta? The clicks basically farm themselves.
We're willing to trade info. I'm willing to break the story under TMI's banner. Say that to Zin.
Zin? Augmented eyes, Zin? What does Zin have to do with this?
She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. Then, someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first.
Holy shit. Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie. If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible. I mean, shit. We're an entertainment scene. Nobody should die for that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil, or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own. Now get on it. I need to make some calls.
Alright, let's try.
Fantastic! How fantastic! I just love your ROM. Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand. Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right down to brass tacks then, I suppose. Wait! I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere. But you already knew that, I'm sure.
Who are you again?
What can I do for you, hmm?
Can you tell me about TMI?
Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated.
Well, it's the best damn network on the planet, I can tell you that. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match. But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about Sympathy. It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can really tell she cares, you know? Deep down. I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being. So, let's move on. What next?
Tell me a little about yourself.
Oh, you flatter me. Yes, you do. I can't imagine you've come all this way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography, Like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements. And the rest is not so ancient history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the Mesh, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my swarms of fans, though. They're the ones who count.
Have you heard that your stories are getting altered once they get posted to the Mesh?
Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were on top of it. They're top-notch, the absolute best money can buy. So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject.
Look, Charles, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
It's Charlie.
Sorry, not you, Charles.
And honestly, I'd absolutely love to help you out. Really, I just don't have the information you're looking for.
Let's see. It's a bit worrying that you don't know more.
Need to know and all that. I keep on top of the things that need my attention and leave Sympathy to handle all the things that don't. My time is too important to be wasted on trivial things like minor technical glitches.
You can just keep calling him a different name, Chip. I didn't even know Chip was a nickname for Charles. If they can access your stories, what else can they get on you?
Nothing. The tech guys already did an audit on my online presence, and there's no evidence of any attempts of unauthorized access to any of my accounts. That's why they're having a hard time pinning down this creep. he isn't actually changing the posts from inside my account at all. So there you go. We're already on top of it. Nothing to worry about at all.
Keep calling him the wrong name. I think
All right, that's enough.
I think the one that said Chip was the right answer. I wanted to do the wrong one.
Charlie has a show to get ready for. He's told you everything he's going to. So get the hell out of here. If you find anything more interesting than what you got, come back and see me again. Directly.
Remember, I'm the victim in all this.
Oh man, she looks really cheesed off now. Do you know how snippy she can get? I better get her coffee ready. Maybe that'll calm her down.
We're very sorry if we made your day more difficult.
You knew a girl named Chip? It's a cute name, I think.
Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy and we could try to smooth her rumpled feathers.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You make her even madder? Oh no. On second thought.
It'll only take a minute.
All right, but she takes it with plenty of milk.
Oh, I got the milk. Gross!
Let's deliver this and make amends.
I didn't know he would really do that.
I thought I told you to beat it. Or do your ears just not work?
We just want to bring you your coffee and make sure there were no hard feelings.
Ha! That's cute. I promise I don't bite. I just have a job to do. Sometimes I think Charlie's hair gel seeps into his brain, but he brings in most of our revenue, so his happiness is our top priority. Ugh, my stomach is killing me. Maybe those egg rolls I had earlier.
Gross!
I'm heading to the can, and you're heading to the street.
Okay, I guess we can talk to him again.
Did you want a signed photo? It's Charlie.
I wonder what happens if we get it wrong again.
And honestly, I'd absolutely love to help you out. Really, I just don't have the information you're looking for.
Let's try this.
Need to know and all that. I keep on top of the things that need.
He says the same thing. I don't think that's what we chose, but he's saying the same
minor technical glitches.
thing. Oh. Just worried for your safety. Here we go.
I appreciate that. I really do. She's never let me down before. If you don't count for getting. You've just gotta have faith in people sometimes, right? Aha! That's pretty inspirational in and of itself.
God damn, I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. And didn't I tell you to get the hell out of here? You're on my last nerve, and if you wanted to earn a grudge with me, you're just about there. Move!
Oops.
That did not go well at all. We need some kind of leverage to get Mr. Nova to give us the information we want. I'm certain he knows something. Don't you agree?
It's not like we have any other leads.
Indeed. While you were talking to him, I took the opportunity to look into his history more thoroughly. It Turns out he did a series of promos for a local Hassie bar early in his career, and some fans still spot him there from time to time. It's a long shot, but frankly, everything about this case has been one long shot after another. Maybe we should question the people at this Hassie establishment and look for any dirt we can use to put some pressure on Mr. Nova.
Oh my gosh.
There must be something. It's the only path I see.
Whatever.
The Hassie bar is located on Market Street, near the Genus Clinic. We can head there whenever you're ready.
Spoiled milk coffee. That's so gross. I guess there's like a whole extra step if you do it wrong. I guess we go in here.
I haven't seen you around here before. Is there something I can help you with?
I heard Charlie Nova hangs out around here sometimes.
Another one of his fans, huh? Yeah, he comes here sometimes. I don't really get why everyone likes him so much.
What's your issue with him?
Well, I have a picture from this time he flipped off a box of kittens.
What?
Somebody brought them to try to give away, and one of them scratched him up. He ended up taking it home, but he really hammed it up about getting scratched. I think he ended up calling him, I think it was Captain Snuggles?
Aw, Captain Snuggles.
Funny, actually. I'll send your Rom a picture.
This is pretty innocuous. We are going to need more evidence if we're to fabricate a believable story that will convince Mr. Nova it's in his best interest to help us.
Wait, what did this guy's face look like? Hello?
Oh, hey, it's you! Wow, long time.
Who's this?
This is Keith, an old buddy of mine.
Hey, not too old now. Did you manage to keep that plant I got you alive?
He's the one that gave us our plant, and it's dead.
Oh man, rest in peace, Wilty. You probably overwatered it, didn't you?
That's exactly right.
Figures. So, what's with the bot?
That's Turing, my ROM.
Yours? Really? Huh. I didn't think you liked to bring work home, as it were. Anyway, it's great to see you. What brings you to the Hassie Bar? Doing a review of that sweet weather ROM outside or something?
Is he attracted to the weather ROM? We're actually here on an investigation.
All right, now that's the kind of journalism I'm talking about.
Indeed, we're looking into some accusations made against Charlie Nova. And we're actually trying to build up a solid case against him.
Why does he sound like Patrick?
No shit. I actually may have exactly what you need. Charlie comes here all the time. You know that show he's host of, Star in the Stratosphere? That show where normal people try to become actors and singers and all. Listen to this recording I made when he was here last month on his book tour.
What?
So many people come up to me thinking that if they can sing or act, I'll just make them a superstar. But that isn't how it works. Raw talent isn't enough to get you by in this industry, and anyone who thinks so is lying to themselves.
Why does he have this recording?
It takes hard work and persistence. You gotta want it, and want it bad.
He does sound like Launchpad.
But the kids I get on Star in the Stratosphere, which I host each and every week, as you all know, they're all so young and hungry. I love them, I do my damnedest to make sure they get what they want.
Launchpad was the original Patrick Star.
They give me their best, so I'm gonna give them mine.
It's not much, but it might help you build a case if you chop it up right. Just keep my name off it. I post hiking pictures, not scandals. Well, if nothing else, the threat of this dropping on the mess should get them talking. Here, I just made a copy for you. Anyway, I'd love to catch up soon. For now, I'll let you keep at it. You can usually find me here if you want to chat again.
Yeah, super helpful. Oh.
Say, why did you tell Keith that I belong to you?
I do like you, and I don't have a ROM of my own. It's more convenient that way during investigations. Look, we've got what we're after, didn't we?
Fine, it's your friend you just lied to, not mine.
You lied to a detective. Not even just once, but twice. Probably 3 times.
And based on how he regarded you, I use the term friend loosely. Anyway.
So do I edit this? Wait, that's not it, is it? It's your friend, Keith, enjoying a Hassie. Awesome. Let's shoot him. Remember what happened last time. Dang it. Time for some creative editing. I don't even know how to do that.
Hey, pal. Building up on Hassie? We should grab lunch or dinner or chill sometime. You still have my number? Do you think Hassie hot cups are good? Which do you like better? Hot Hassie or cold Hassie? How's it hanging? You look good. No, I mean good. Very good.
Thanks.
Me? Hey, top form. What can I say?
I take it he's a friend-zoned friend?
Hey, pal. Building up on Hassie?
Filling up on Hassie? Guess we leave. It says we're supposed to be here. Maybe this is it? Now holds Hayden's research. Business card. Whoops.
Let's not. 2's company, 3's a cloud.
Hassie sounds like drugs. It's some kind of soda or energy drink. Hassie. So what do I do with this information?
What can I do for you?
Oh, I was hoping you had some time to talk.
Sure. I still have a little bit before closing, and I can use some conversation to distract me from the anticipation of the VR drama I have waiting for me when I get off. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah, Charlie, no, but I actually got my VR headset running again this week. We did it yesterday? 2 days ago? So we can have VR shenanigans again. Did he do promos for this place? Can you tell me about the VR tech? Charlie Nova.
Charlie is a complete trip. We met when he was just starting out doing adverts. He still drops in every once in a while to hang out. I love the guy. He's super funny, always has the best stories, and his hair is perfect. And he parties harder than anyone I know. A couple weeks ago, he invited me to his raid at some hole that's probably already shut down, and he got so amped up on Crash that he jumped up on the table and hosted an impromptu dirty dancing contest.
Damn, and I missed it? VR Stygian.
If he was in Charlie Nova, we would have gotten chucked out on our asses, but it was a lot of fun. If you want to meet him, just hang around here long enough. He loves mingling with his fans. Not that it helps his ego any.
Thanks for your time.
Sure. Just let me know if you need anything. I'm always happy to help.
Oh, evidence added to items. Okay, this should be enough to get his attention.
Frankly, I'm starting to feel a bit uneasy about this.
I guess we didn't get to edit the audio ourselves.
Mr. Nova's clearly an upstanding individual, if just a bit boisterous. But I suppose if we're in for a penny, we're in for a pound. This should be more than enough anecdotal evidence to fabricate a less than flattering image of Mr. Nova that the public will eat right up. Let us present our story to him immediately. Hopefully our delay has not put him in physical danger.
Alright. What? Look at blackmail. Valuable dirt on Charlie Nova. Okay. Alright, now we can leave.
Hey, you two.
Stop being a baby, Turing.
I think I'm gonna have to let security know that you're not allowed back in the building.
Uh-oh. I've got some stuff that might change your mind about teaming up.
Doubtful, but let's hear it. Never let it be said I didn't give someone a chance to dig their own grave.
Is Charlie having party problems? Look at this. Not much of an animal lover, are you, Charlie? I bet the world would love to hear such an inspiring pep talk.
You're just grasping at straws. This speech was truly a beacon of light for the entire entertainment community. There's no way an original sermon like that is going to convince anyone that I'm a bad guy.
Well, with some creative editing. Anyway, this is just pathetic. This is really your best attempt at blackmailing us?
Not much of an animal lover, are you?
Hey, that's completely out of context.
Yeah, I missed the spoiled milk too. I didn't know he was gonna use the whole carton.
And I love Captain Snuggles.
Oh, Captain Snuggles.
Sure, we didn't get off to a good start, but he's a great cat. The best.
Charlie, flipping off a kitten? Why? Whatever, this is still nothing but hot air. You need to step up your game, kid.
Has he been having partying problems? Look at this!
So what? I like to show people a good time. There's nothing wrong with that.
He doesn't look very confident.
Damn it, I told you to get off the crash, Charlie. Shit like this keeps coming up.
I did. And besides, I wasn't doing anything illegal.
You go public with this flimsy smear piece, I'm gonna tear you apart.
Oh, enough, enough! I'm not cut out for this cloak and dagger game, Sympathy. What's the big deal anyway? It's not like they've got anything substantial to use. I might as well give them what they want, so they'll go away.
Tell them whatever you want. And I'll be taking that evidence.
No, my evidence!
You didn't have to do all of this. I would have helped if you had just asked. But it's always push and dig and needle, isn't it? I'm not a journalist. I'm just an anchor. I read off a teleprompter and look good doing it. I don't have much to offer you, but here's what I know. Trust me, I'd love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and dazzle you with my investigative skills, but all I've got is flimsy threads at best. The thing is, all this stuff with my stories, stuff getting changed, making me look like I don't like the human revolution or whatever, it started after I had an upgrade made to my VR uplink hardware.
Oh, what kind of upgrade?
The technically legal kind. Look, I like to have a good time at a party, right? But Sympathy keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much crash and whatnot. Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day. So I went to this guy I know, good guy, everyone uses him. He's called Nanya. He does great work after just one simple back alley brain surgery, bing bang boom. I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do, without all the nasty physical side effects. It could be a coincidence, though. The tech guys didn't find anything wrong with my uplink, and they say the modifications check out. But that Nanya guy does a lot of work for media people around here, so if a bunch of posts are getting changed, maybe that's your weak link. Anyway, that's it.
He's been using LimeWire.
Pretty flimsy, but I'll send you the address and you can go talk to him. If he'll even see you, that is.
Thanks for the help.
Well, we took far too long to get to it, but I'm quite happy to assist in any way that I can. Just make sure you source me in your article, right? Maybe run a rough draft past me and I'll give you some quotes. I'm certain that'll help signal boost the story all the way to the stratosphere. Give it the old Charlie Nova bump. Maybe we can smooth out all this silliness between us. Anyhow, I really have to get back to work. Let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. My ROM will call your ROM.
Okay, that was a whole 20 minutes of extra stuff to do just because I wanted to give them spoiled milk coffee. Man, LimeWire really was the worst. Nanyas.
This looks like the spot. I'm awfully nervous and still a bit shaken up. Let's hurry and get out of here.
A box of donuts! A box of stale-looking donuts sits on the ground. Shoot 'em! Talk to them. Their conversation is as stale as their cakey exterior. No. Whoops. Take them.
Wait, those are... sure. Why not?
Turing's like, fine, whatever. We had stale milk. Bad milk. Yay, 20 minutes. Your dad got more viruses from it than anything else. Yeah. I had no problems with Napster. Or there was one that was some kind of bear. I don't remember what I don't remember what it was called. It was I think it was torrenting, but LimeWire just really screwed up my computer. A moderately large tabby cat basks in its own self-satisfaction. Yes, seems very satisfied about being a cat. Let's see. A metal garage door guards the side entrance. Thick latch clangs loudly, sending an echo along the alley. Okay.
Hold up
What?
there, Speedy. I've never seen the two of you around here before, and I know everybody. Why don't you let me know what's going on here first before you start barging through people's doors? Feel me?
Hello? We're just here to speak to Nanya about something.
Just got into town and you're already asking favors from folks, huh? Tisk, 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 my little blue friend.
What? No, it's not like that. Listen, we don't want any trouble, but we're kind of in a hurry.
Trouble? There's no trouble here. We can be friends.
For what price?
I like this one. You're a little more street smart than your blue bot buddy here, I see. No, I like you too. You're cool in my book. And since we're all such good friends now, maybe you'll be willing to give back to the community and do a favor for your new pal Formula first.
What kind of name is Formula?
Don't you worry about that.
Uh-oh.
You see, I'm a budding street musician. Working on my next big hit. Feel me? But I'm sort of stuck on a few lines. I just gotta get these last few rhymes right. Maybe you could share a little of your creativity with me and see what we come up with. And it'll be fun.
Okay. We really don't have time for this.
You don't have time to not help me.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
What do you think would take longer? Helping an up-and-coming singer-songwriter finish a guaranteed worldwide hit? Or you could ignore me and maybe I'll send over an anonymous tip to the Neo SFPD. You see, I know for a fact that everything inside this shop here is 100% legal. But I bet whatever you got in your mind sure ain't. Even if they didn't find anything, it'd take the rest of the day to iron out. People like you don't come down here for anything boring. We clean up good. How well do you cover your tracks when you're in such a hurry, I wonder?
We're really just after information. It doesn't get any cleaner than that.
This isn't good.
We're gonna rhyme it all with spoiled donuts. He sounds like he could say stupid really well.
If Lexi in particular gets suspicious and starts tracking us down, things will become rougher for us. Not to mention all the other people it could indirectly affect. This whole case is life or death.
Huh, kind of a dramatic rhyme, ain't it? But I made my point clear. If you don't help me out, I'll make sure you never get in to see Nanya at all. He's my buddy. Done me a favor or two, so I return him when I'm asked. That's how we do things around here.
Okay, we'll help you finish your stupid song.
I knew you'd see it my way. All you gotta do is help me complete my rhymes, you dig? A couple of them are just missing a word or two, but if I really want to make this song fantastic, I'm gonna need some killer inspiration. It's gonna be super cred. Anyway, you ready for this?
Alright, let's do it.
Gonna give it a shot? That's what I like to hear. Here's the first line I'm having trouble with.
I'm having trouble with.
You ready? It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of, hang on a second.
An elephant ear, an old wrestling gear. The old frontier.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of on the old frontier. That doesn't sound right. Of, on, that doesn't even make a sentence. Oh man, you totally threw off my style with that one. I'm gonna keep thinking, but let me know if you come up with anything new.
Stygian remembers when she used to listen to that snow rapper, so this will be a breeze.
Haven't you ever rapped before?
It rhymed! You just didn't want to make it work.
Gonna give it a shot? That's what I like to hear. Here's the first line I'm having trouble with.
I'm having trouble with.
You ready? It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of,
an elephant ear.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of my holiday cheer. Hey, yeah, that totally works. Great idea, thanks a ton. Here's the next line. Ready? Pay attention now. If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. And if you want my number, You know, for this one, I don't think words are gonna be enough. I'm gonna need some inspiration to make it come together. If you've got anything to show me that you think will help me out, let me know.
A gun.
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll give you my stun gun. That doesn't rhyme.
Not with that attitude.
Oh man, you told. I'm gonna keep thinking. But
Do you even know?
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll give you my pamphlet.
Give me my pamphlet.
That doesn't rhyme. Oh man, I'm gonna keep thinking.
Come on, aren't you a writer?
I know all the right answers. I just want to hear what he says. I wonder if it's different faces.
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll let you scan my ID card. Hey, that totally works.
Oh, okay. That one works too. If Sujian is writing this rap song, she better be getting royalties.
Really, thanks so much. I'd never be able to write a song like this without you.
A Christmas-themed love song? Aren't those supposed to be pretty tacky?
Alright, now I need your help with just one more line. I promise it's the last one. This one's been driving me up a wall. I hope you can tackle it as well as you did the others.
Maybe not well at all.
Here we go. This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a nice pair of, damn it. This is getting embarrassing. There's no way to salvage this one without some seriously fresh inspiration, yo. Don't lose hope. I'm sure it'll hit us any second now. This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of GX Ultra beats. That doesn't rhyme. Oh man, you totally threw off my style with that one.
I don't know what that achievement was for just now. I don't know if you saw it.
This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of yummy Christmas scones.
He does know those are donuts, right?
Now that's what I call a tasty beat. That was amazing. I can't believe you pulled it off. Whatever you do for work now, it doesn't matter. You should become a musician.
No thanks.
We totally become rivals, and I bet you that... On second thought, you keep your day job. This is my territory. You hear me?
You're on mobile, so you missed it. Oh no!
But you did help out in a huge way, so I guess you're cool.
I didn't even see what it said. I just saw it pop up, and I thought that it was because I got it right, but I didn't.
Go on in and see Nanya whenever you want. I'll just be chilling out here, soaking up the inspiration of my surroundings, baby.
Here, you can keep the scones.
No!
It was nice meeting you, Formula.
I wish he had the spoiled milk to rhyme, so I know, I do too. I'm sad.
Hey, you too, little Bob Blue. Hey, that kind of rhymes.
Kind of. It did. Things don't kind of rhyme. They do or they don't. Alright, I think we're almost done with the chapter.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope, I don't know you. You got someone willing to vouch for you? If not, get out of my shop.
We just met Formula. He said we're cool.
Moolah? That guy's a hoot. Keeps out the riffraff and fakers, too. But seriously, where did you hear about me?
Charlie Nova said I should come talk to you.
Charlie? Yeah, I remember him. That TV guy runs his mouth a lot. Yeah. paid good enough. All right then, what can I do for you?
We have something important to ask you.
You are Nanya, correct?
Sure, if that's what you want to call me.
It's not,
If
but
your credit's clear, you can call me whatever you want.
alright,
Enough
Poppy.
foreplay. What can I do for you? A fresh install, custom firmware, maybe an upgrade? I can pretty much do it all. But most people come in here for VR implants. Turns out brain surgery is expensive, yeah?
We're here on a different kind of business.
We're in a bad situation. Local news articles are being mysteriously altered after they've been posted to the mesh, even while the originals are still online. Charlie Novas are being manipulated as well, and he pointed us in your direction. It didn't start happening until after he had his implant upgraded.
Have you had issues with the Human Revolution? What kind of parts did you use? I think parts
What
is
are
the
you,
right.
cops?
If they make a Nunya business joke, you're gonna groan loudly. I was heavily expecting it, but I never saw it, so I don't know if they do it or not.
No, worse. You're journalists.
I'm a
Get the hell out
person.
of my shop.
I'm not here for
business to run.
journalism.
I don't have time to answer shit about shit that don't got shit to do with me. You found the door before, find it again. And tell Charlie he can get someone else to do him a rush job when he's back on stims and needs a workaround. He ain't welcome around here anymore.
Give us a moment, please. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of being given the runaround by these meat bags.
Oh my god.
We could just find some bribe or blackmail to get what we want from this Nanya. But I think it's time to take matters into our own hands.
It's Nanya business.
Have an idea. Keep him occupied for a few minutes.
How should I do that?
Just stick to what you know and pick a fight with him. You're good at needling people.
Stupid.
If he's too mad to notice what I'm doing, he can't stop me, can he? Just be yourself.
Are you gonna get going, or am I gonna have to call someone to make you get going?
Ooh, you can do that. I think we got off on the wrong foot. You might be on the right track with the cops idea. Listen, we don't think you had anything to do with manipulating Charles, brother, these stories. Might be on the right track with the cops idea.
If anyone was going to hack Charlie's implant, you would have the best access.
Are you kidding me?
Turing's turning mean.
You think you get to walk into my place of business and accuse me of installing malware onto a customer's implant? Fine, bring it on! My reputation is ironclad, and there just ain't no way Charlie's implant was ever touched. Messing with the firmware would make it light up like Christmas morning with user warnings. So unless he's been letting someone else dig around in his head, you'll be the one left looking like an asshole.
Couldn't someone just hack the implant over the mesh? Am I really supposed to believe it's that secure?
VR interfaces require a hardline connection to receive I/O. So unless Charlie's been using a headset to route his ROM's HUD through it, there ain't no way to get into it. And if Charlie's installation got infected, I don't see what the hell that has to do with me. Tell him to buy some antivirus software and keep off the sketchy porn sites. The end.
Not that you would care, but my creator Hayden died over this. You think we care about your reputation?
You're out of your damn mind, robot. I've done nothing wrong. Are we done?
Sure, I guess this place really is on the up and up.
It is.
I'd love to see a doctor's license.
Now you're ragging on my profession? I help people, and that's all you need to know. I'm not doing anything illegal, unless you're some kind of corporate apologist and think factory warranties are sacrosanct. Just because I want to be discriminating with my clientele doesn't mean I'm a crook. Tell you what, how about you get the hell out of my shop? And don't come back without a cop and a warrant, since you're so concerned about the public welfare.
Who'd want to come back to a place like this?
Yeah, whatever. I've done nothing wrong. Are we done?
That's none your business.
You may not know this, but I have a finely tuned sense of electromagnetic fields. All ROMs do.
Oh, that's cool.
You need to be able to maintain optimal contact with the mesh, catalog and use various wireless transmissions, and avoid areas with dangerously high interference.
Okay.
Your stock off-the-shelf ROM has very little command over the frequencies available to be scanned. But I'm starting to realize how very little of me is stock or off-the-shelf after the changes Hayden made. That means when the humidity is low, the air fairly sings for me, amongst other things.
I'm not getting your point.
Meaning, in layman's terms, I could read his monitor over his shoulder while being across the room.
You can read monitors without seeing them?
Well, some. I doubt I could have handled an LCD monitor. They require extra parts I just don't have. And the fidelity is a bit low. Anyways, Nanya looked up his client records on Charlie, and I got some of the names of his other customers off of the spreadsheet. One in particular stands out, Shotaro Otsuka.
What's the relevance? It sounds flimsy.
As if everything else in this wild goose chase hasn't been.
Shijin going there when the game missed the boat on the Nanya business joke.
Mr. Otsuka is a moderately prominent tech blogger, respected, perhaps a bit vitriolic.
Someone has to do it.
He catches my attention though because historically he has been very critical of Parallax in his posts. Recently though, the tone has been increasingly moderate, and now he is almost effusive in his praise. His fans are accusing him of shilling for the company, but many of his earliest posts show some of the same manipulations that we saw from Augmented Eye and Nova's blog. Now it's like he's being ghost-written entirely.
Either way, it might be worth looking to find. Maybe we'll find a story in all this.
Couldn't hurt to check, right? I've marked the location of Shotaro Otsuka's apartment on your map. After you.
Alright, let's go to Blogger's home, I guess. None your business.
This is the building.
This is the building, stupid.
Mr. Otsuka must do well for himself, considering the neighborhood. Not the priciest section of Neo SF, but nice enough for a self-employed tech blogger.
Another stupid update taking 4 hours to download from. I know! I have an alert that told me there's an update and I've just not turned my computer off since getting the alert.
Perhaps we should just ring the bell? We both know it won't be that easy, but it's important to maintain some courtesies.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2. Shotaro Otsuka's wrong. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
That's encouraging. That was odd. Maybe try the bell again.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2. Shotaro Otsuka's wrong.
Kick the door down. It looks like it's barred.
Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Again?
What is taking so long? All right, third time's the charm, right? Once more, with feeling.
With gusto.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2. Shotaro Otsuka's wrong. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Ah! Why can't this ever be easy? I swear I'll blow out a fuse before we're done. Thank Hayden for system redundancies. Well, that's that. Let's see if we can find a way into Mr. Otsuka's apartment ourselves. Mr. Otsuka's apartment is on the second floor. The fire escape should give us access to his window. We just need something to let us reach it. I'm sure there's some piece of detritus or loose end laying around we could use.
Detritus.
Oh, that's how these things always work.
Hey, guy.
Hey, didn't I see you earlier at TMI? Nice to meet you. I'm Sky.
Hey, Sky. How's it going?
You weren't prepared for the weather, huh? Your ROM looks fancy enough to keep track of that.
About that.
You want my umbrella?
Not for the weather. We need to use the hook handle to reach the fire escape ladder so we can pull it down.
Oh, you live here and lost your key card, huh? I totally understand. I do that all the time. But look, as much as I'd love to give you this umbrella, I'm kinda using it right now. Where I come from, see, we're all about equal trades. It's part of our culture.
Gym culture?
Sorry, but unless you've got anything interesting to exchange for it, I'm gonna hold on to this. Don't want to get wet. Hey, is this real? The real Yannick Fairlight?
You know him?
Of course I do! He's one of the most innovative tech minds of the last few generations! Can I please have this? I'll give you the umbrella. Yours to keep if you want.
I think it's a fair trade.
Alright, Fairlight's card is removed.
There you go.
Give him the zapper.
This is so exciting! I'm gonna go call him right now!
Don't even give it to him. I just pointed at him and demand he gives me the umbrella.
Call him? Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Oh well, now we have our tool and a pretty spiffy one at that. Let's go! Excellent work!
Stupid.
This window is unlocked. Let's go in.
Yeah, okay. This isn't illegal or anything. What's that smell?
I'm not sure.
It's none your business.
My olfactory sensors detect chemicals associated with decaying food and something else I can't pin down. It's unfamiliar to me. That's better. Let's take a look around.
It's Shotaro's ROM. It's called itself LJ2, right?
Mr. Otsuka?
That shrub looked like a lion. There's no response.
Mr. Otsuka?
There's no response at all.
Shotaro must be plugged into the mesh. He hasn't even noticed us. I feel like I could scream without him knowing. Ah! Hi! Mr. Otsuka! Nothing.
Hello,
Whoop.
guest. Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone. He is trying very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
We just checked, and he seems busy.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
Thanks.
Very well. Let me know if you need anything. I'm always happy to assist.
Oh no, we're too late.
You can say that again.
Stabbed in the chest, right through the back of the chair. Looks like it severed his carotid artery. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I can't help but wonder if this was done by the same person who assaulted Zin. His ROM doesn't even think anything is wrong. We need to hurry.
Do you have Big Red, LJ2?
If I'm right, everyone we've talked to so far is in more danger than we thought. Someone is following us.
Stupid likes Big Red. Or Big
I have
Peach.
to find his computer so I can see if I can pull anything relevant off of it.
They haven't had Big Peach at the gas station in a couple weeks. My daughter is scared that they stopped selling it.
You interrogate his ROM. Maybe you can find out why it's acting so strange.
Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone. He is trying very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
That's okay. We'll wait.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
I think maybe we have to do all these things.
Shotaro has been under the weather for some time, but I could not tell you precisely when. He rarely has visitors or goes on outings, so this is only slightly abnormal behavior for him. In fact, you are the first visitor he has had in a while. Several days, in fact. Perhaps you could ask him about it yourself. I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
It's almost Father's Day, and we all know how much fathers love that Big Peach. It's true. Let's see, is your owner still making blog updates?
He is. Shotaro is a diligent man. even in the face of such adversity. If you are a reader of his work, his next significant piece will be going online tomorrow. I will not spoil it for you.
When was your last diagnostic check?
I run regular self-checks and have noticed no irregularities in either my hardware or software.
Wouldn't it be neither? I have noticed no irregularities in neither my hardware nor software.
I appreciate your concern. If you think I am behaving erratically, perhaps you could mention it to Shotaro. He is skilled at maintenance.
Shotaro is dead. Oh.
Shut itself down again.
LJ2.
Let's see if we can pull some useful information off of Mr. Otsuka's computer. If we can find it.
It's touch sensitive. This entire desk must be Mr. Otsuka's computer.
I'll start downloading these files. I finished my examination of Mr. Otsuka's computer.
LJ2 isn't a grammar bot. It's something I notice quite often. People don't like using neither nor when using, I think it's in a negative context.
I didn't find anything particularly interesting, but I copied some files to be examined later. If we're all done here, we should hurry and go warn Nanya about what we found. Charlie and Sympathy too. They might be in immediate danger, so we must act fast. Let's head for Nanya's business.
Let's head for Nanya's Nanya business. Let's get out. I think that's the closest they get to making that joke.
Shit! What the hell are you doing back here?
People you come across use it wrong. I tend to ignore it. I do too. I just kind of make a mental note that these people are stupid, so... I'm kidding.
Wait, let me guess. You stole some of my files, or hacked my brain, or used telepathy or some shit. Found out someone else got hit by your little ghost in the machine, and when you got there, found out he was deader than new disco.
Now that's Nanya business.
That close enough?
That is distressingly accurate.
Well, we didn't hack his brain.
Well, it wasn't much of a damned guess. Charlie Nova is dead.
What? Charlie is...
The auto cab he was in drove him right off the bridge and into the bay. It's been all over the news for the last 10 minutes, and I'm not looking to be next. I'm getting the hell out of Neo-SF, and I'm gonna forget that I ever saw you, ever knew Charlie, ever gave a shit about any of this. Hell, maybe I'll pick up a new career. I'm less likely to get murdered for being a fry cook. That's for damn sure. Have a good life!
Oh no! No! Why is this happening? There was no one in that car! No heat signatures, no wireless emissions, nothing!
Who will flip off the kittens now?
That wasn't even an auto cab! It's a manual!
How is that even possible, Turing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's it. This is too much. I've had enough. I don't care who's controlling the news anymore. Almost everyone we've talked to so far has died, and I can't live with any more blood on my hands. We're not investigating this lead any further. As of right now.
It's not our fault. Okay, if that's what you want. So that's it? You're just gonna give up? Just like that?
Yes, just like that.
What happened to the rapper dude? He must have just wandered off somewhere. He's not
Perhaps
dead.
Tomcat is finished going through all of the data we found. Let's head back to the apartment for now.
Okay.
Ah, home sweet home again, such that it is. And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. Too much has happened. I've already forwarded everything we rooted out to Tomcat, both Hayden's research and our aborted search into the modified mesh articles. They said they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest.
Whatever.
Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night.
Please be sure to save frequently. We're on chapter 5.
Rise
What?
and shine, you sleepy layabouts. We've got a whole crop of things to do and not a lot of time to get them done.
How did you get into my apartment? Okay, I'm awake. I'm awake.
What have you learned from
Yeah, time to save.
Nothing all that new, to be honest. All the files we got from that Vincent fella just covered what we already knew in greater detail. There is one thing that stands out, though. At least from what I've read so far.
Oh?
Yeah. See, Hayden's long-term goal wasn't to make a machine intelligence per se, right? Don't take it the wrong way, Turing. You might even already be aware of this after talking to folks involved in your creation. Hayden wanted to make a machine system that could contain human-like intelligence. And even just from his notes, his programming work is, well, it's something else. Elegant. Artful.
Listen, game, whether or not Stygian saves is none your business.
I'm just a kid banging on pots and pans compared to him. Looking at his notes about my interface in between your AI core and the Lips OS, I barely managed to duct tape the two together at a level he'd approve of. But I think I'm getting off track here. What I'm trying to say is, he didn't write your code, Turing. No one did. Hayden wrote a program that automatically generates a new machine intelligence based off of the hardware profiles the system is installed on.
Melody mentioned something about that. What does that mean?
It means Hayden was ignorant and careless. It means you don't have to be alone. It means we can make more AIs. He was ignorant and careless.
What?
Snippy, but not really wrong either. Unrestricted AI birth could be really bad. There's a whole mountain of literature that speculates what usage of mass machine intelligence could do to human society, and it don't paint a pretty picture.
You mean a machine uprising? Like out of dystopian fiction?
Yeah, you could say that. But if it's not under Parallax's control, it's less concerning. But once you consider the stuff I found in the research, it gets a damn sight more complicated. Stuff about Big Blue and Parallax's planned launch.
Vincent speculated that Hayden's research into me would have interfered with the launch. And that's why they...
Turing.
That's why someone had him killed.
The potential for wrongdoing with an AI like Big Blue is almost beyond belief. Even if I don't go into all the crooked shit the people running Parallax could pull off with it.
Turing is mad. Yeah.
I mean, you're built different, Turing.
They didn't like my response.
Your personality profile would degrade pretty quickly outside your original hardware, so we don't gotta worry too much about you going haywire, right? But Big Blue ain't got that limitation. If it decides to go off the rails, well, we'd be screwed faster than a rabbit in spring. Good and proper.
How likely is that?
I'd say it's inevitable. Guaranteed. In fact, in a sense, it's already happened.
What?
Their prototype build. Baby Blue. I'm almost certain it's loose on the mesh. The research notes on the project show, clearly and with certainty, that the test AI was shut down once it tried fiddling with the data on the meshnet in the hope that it would increase its chances of survival. I guess it didn't think that doing scary shit like that would get it turned off. But that was almost a year ago.
Vincent told us about all of this too.
Well, I think Baby Blue is the bugger that was changing all those articles on the mesh to be pro-parallax or at least anti-human revolution.
Do you think Baby Blue had anything to do with the attacks on Nanya, Shitaro, Charlie, and Zen?
I don't know. We can't rightly rule it out. It might have found an agent in the real world to keep its existence secret, but I doubt it. Killing people is messy as hell, and it runs against its apparent goal of convincing the public that AI ain't scary. I think we have a third party trying to clean it all up. And my money is on someone from Parallax. Whoever took out Hayden, I'll bet they're in full damage control mode now. We already know they don't care who gets hurt.
How does this tie back to Turing? What do you want us to do? Free AI is bad. ROM AI is just annoying. What next?
I think we gotta do something to stop the launch of Big Blue. It's too dangerous. I don't want a company like Parallax in sole control of the most powerful machine intelligence on the planet. Do you?
Well, that's none of your business.
If we get Hayden's original source code for Turing and upload it onto the mesh through Parallax's server core, we can turn every single ROM into a sapient individual.
Dang.
That'll stop Big Blue from being able to become the monolithic threat we're scared of. We could also upload a patch for every ROM to prevent Big Blue's reach from using their resources. Without the ability to control all ROMs, Big Blue loses its ultimate power.
And I wouldn't be alone anymore. There would be millions, hundreds of millions of ROMs just like me.
Well, you're cutting edge of ROM tech, Turing. Most of today's ROMs wouldn't be quite as smart or capable, but if I do it right, code should propagate across the mesh to all future ROM activations. It'll be a self-sustaining thing. You'll be in good company soon enough.
Because we suck.
Decision. We're talking about the metaphorical singularity. The point of no return. Is it okay for us to make this decision for the entire world?
We don't have any other choice. This is gonna happen, one way or another. Either Parallax gets to control the debut of worldwide machine intelligence, or we let the ROMs control themselves.
What do you think?
Stupid. It's up to you. Only you know if the world is ready. This is a bad idea. We can't make the decision. Screw Parallax. We avenge everyone who's died right now. I don't want to do the top one.
What do you want to do then? Write an article and hope that the government jumps in to stop them?
Yes.
Try to drum up a public outcry and get the project canned? Big Blue could launch as soon as Christmas Day.
I'm not Superman. I'm Clark Kent.
Huh?
I'm a writer, and I can shine a light on this for the world to see.
You can't be serious. You forget about all the folks that have already died. All of them, either inside or connected to the press. You really want to sleep with one eye open for the rest of your life. This is a matter of life or death now. We need to be careful. They want to play things quiet, and so can we. And I know how to.
It's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't think we should do this. You haven't steered us wrong yet. Maybe you're right. I can do this. I wonder if this affects the ending. Like, is it going to end now if I don't want to do this?
Really? I was starting to like the idea the more I thought about it. But I won't do it if you won't. We're in this together. If you really think we shouldn't go through with this, then we'll find another way to progress.
I think this is gonna end the game if I keep saying to stop. We can't change the world. We stop here. Tomcat convinced me. Sorry for freaking out. Let's just stop.
And you're absolutely sure?
100%.
Understood. Thank you, Tomcat. We'll take it from here. Actually, we should all take some time. I'm going out for a walk. I just hope we're doing the right thing.
Did I get a game over?
Wait a minute. No way! There's no way the story can end like this. I can't go through with this. We can only see a short distance ahead, but we can see plenty there that needs to be done. We will never understand the importance of what we are doing here until we have done it. And I say we do it.
I thought we were in this together, and I said we don't do it.
No, I said we're in this together, but... But we can't turn away from this. I can't let you do this.
Don't end the game yet. You didn't save.
Too many lives depend on us. It depend on me. Sorry, I gave you every chance to back out. I'm I'm going to do this, and you're going to help.
No.
Oh, and Tomcat too.
Is this a rogue AI happening right now?
Someone's gotta look after you.
I got the achievement Clark Kent.
Well, whether the world is ready for AI or not, we're here to stay. I might as well throw my chips in for my own side. Let's do this! On our terms, not theirs.
No, I didn't want to do it at all.
Yes. I love nothing more than a little anarchy.
It does have a certain poetic justice, does it not? Parallax removed Hayden to protect their project from his creation, and now I, his creation, will bring their project down. Just to avenge him.
The game won't let me quit. I'm stuck.
Perhaps after all ROMs are sapient, I will be able to convince them to cut off Parallax's access to the mesh as a data collection tool entirely. Paying them back double indeed.
Oh, Turing, you little hellraiser.
I like the way you think, Turing. First things first, we need to get our hands on Turing's source code. The research notes we've gotten so far are helpful, and it's given me an idea how to spread a little bit of Turing all over the place, but they don't actually have Hayden's programs.
You don't gotta get graphic.
Myself, so we'll have to steal it.
Thankfully, we have the best hacker in Neo SF right here.
Oh, thanks, Turing.
Don't you make me blush now. We can get the source code from one of Parallax's secondary data centers. It's probably stored in a couple of different places, but I already have one in mind.
Oh my gosh, let me save.
I've done a little groundwork already, but I'm gonna need physical access to do my thing.
I suppose that's us. Yay, breaking and entering.
You're a peach, hon.
Amiga Blue would have let you quit. I know, right?
I've got a couple of ideas on how to get y'all in, but I think we're gonna need to mostly play it by ear. We should do it soon, though. First thing this morning. Guard shift don't change until 8 when the office opens, so they'll be sleepy and distracted. Once y'all have done that, I think I can incorporate the code into a custom firmware update that'll wake any ROM it's installed on. We'll have to upload it, physically, to Parallax's main server farm. And that's on Treasure Island. From there, the ROMs will install like a normal patch from the company. So, don't set anything on fire right away, you hear? It'll be a pain to get into the main complex otherwise.
That sounds like a workable plan. I hope you don't mind if I take a short walk, Tomcat. I know I gave the go-ahead on this, but I still need to think a few things through for myself.
Sure thing, doll.
Turing's just gonna run away.
I'll hash out a rough plan by the time you get back. Call us if you need anything.
Thank you. I won't be long.
Well, I guess I should say thanks for helping out.
I wasn't helping out. I wanted to quit.
But I kind of need to get something off my chest. I'm actually glad Turing went out. They're a bit naive, and I'm not sure they'd really understand. There's enough shit to worry about without me piling more on top. I don't even know where to start.
Just spit it out.
Why don't you spit out some manners in exchange? So, the truth is, I'm not from North Carolina. I only visited my gramps there. I'm California born and raised. Napa Valley.
It's gonna take a long time to save. I was
Over the
hoping it'd
years,
let me
it's
save
kinda
before
grown
this
into a
happened.
community of wealthy old folk who like things and people who don't change. My parents were no exception, and I was a little too different for their tastes. It was hard growing up with them. They never gave me too much hell, but things were tense, especially after my sister Catherine moved out. Eventually, she was set up securely in Neo-SF, and she offered to let me live with her until I got out of school. I think my parents were a little relieved to see me out. I was ecstatic to be free of them. I worshipped the ground my sister walked on. And that was before I found out what she did for a living. She was flashy and colorful and a whirlwind of activity. And she was a brilliant hacker. She was Tomcat. She let me learn at her feet, and once I was good enough, folded me into her little coup of crackers hell-bent on changing the world. She's the one who orchestrated the original hack on Parallax, exposing to the world the holes in their original meshnet security. I was just along for the ride. She always knew she would get caught, though. How could she not? Parallax was one big Goliath, and she flinged a stone square in their face. She was looking at serious jail time, and willing to eat it to do what we all thought was right. But it just wasn't right. It wasn't fair for her to throw her life away, and I couldn't let her. She was always better at software than hardware, so I rigged all of our computers to self-destruct. When the feds showed up at our door, all of our server farms were already up in smoke. I gave quite a fireworks show. Before she could stop me, I turned myself in as Tomcat and took credit for the whole job. She tried to talk me out of it, but without the physical evidence, they couldn't prove she had anything to do with it. It's alright, though. It was for the best. I figured I'd just get a year of juvie. I'd be back out in no time. No big deal, right? Especially when compared to the time that she'd have been jailed for as an adult. And so, I waited patiently. I cooked up so many ideas on how I was gonna make it up to her. I knew she must have blamed herself. But before I ever got out, there was an accident. An auto cab hit my sister. She died on impact, and that was it. It's hard, blaming yourself when things go wrong because you did something right. I took her sentence so that she could have a life, and instead, not being in jail killed her. If I'd just let her take the blame. I can't stop thinking about how she'd still be here. And no matter what I told myself, in my heart, I couldn't believe it was just an accident. Do you know how rare it is for those things to hit a human? Someone knew who she was, someone knew what she did, and someone wanted to make sure she would never do it again. So I became Tomcat. I've spent years trying to find information inside Parallax to prove someone inside the company called a hit on my sister. Failing that, I've been trying to find a way to bring them down the way she always wanted. Catherine was... If you had met her, just for a moment, you would understand. She was everything I could ever want to be.
She just wants to play Final Fantasy. Hush up, Tomcat.
But over time, that little bot has grown on me.
Do you honestly think we're still on the right course? Will stopping Big Blue burn us? Sure, but they still killed Hey.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you, in turn, have more than enough reasons to want revenge yourselves. I just wanted to get that all off my chest.
I got another achievement.
My sister, she'd smack me if she knew I've been holding this grudge. I'm trying to learn to forgive myself. Still, I won't let her go unavenged. We're so close to bringing them all to justice. I know she'd be proud. I know if she were here, she'd be right next to us, helping until the end. I've been carrying all this for so long, and I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere. Thanks for hearing me out. I hope we can really do this.
Friends, I've returned. I'm ready.
You sound like my dad. My dad would always be like, I've returned when he comes back from somewhere.
Good. We've wasted enough time already.
He's always like, it is I, your father. I am home. Okay.
I've marked the location of the data center on your map.
Yes. Can I save now?
You'll have to go in and get the source code mostly on your own, but I'll load on some programs that'll give you an edge.
We'll do our best, Tomcat. But what happened to your accent?
Oh, don't you worry about that. It comes and goes like a vagabond kitty. Get going, you two. I have lots of code to write, and you have a lot of data to download. Stay in touch.
Of course, Tomcat. Thank you again.
Don't worry about it, hon. We've all been hurt by parallax. It's about time we hurt 'em back. Good luck.
Did your dad also announce his departure like Elvis? Dad has left the building. No. Alright, now I can save.